Well, hello everybody, welcome to your language teaching and learning channel. My name is Santiago, and this week I'd like to welcome Ashraf Hanafi to the channel. And I'd like to congratulate you because you picked a perfect timing. I've noticed that you're interested in writing the process and argumentative essays and things. So perfect timing, because we'll be talking about writing actually after we finish talking about music a couple of videos from now. For those of you who've been following us for a while now, you know that we've already talked about the other skills: reading, listening, and speaking, and how to teach, how to apply, how to improve. And we'll be talking about writing in a couple of videos. So welcome to the channel. Last week we didn't mention that it would have been John Lennon's 80th birthday on October 9th. We will be talking about John Lennon in December 8th. Remember, it's around the corner, so it'll be a whole video about him. We talked about programs that were very important at the time in the early 70s, maybe beginning of the 80s, and I forgot to mention Happy Days. Well, that's why I have my cheat sheet now, so I won't forget. Happy Days, I don't know how I could have forgotten that show, you know, the phones. We mentioned Cat Stevens a few videos ago, and his importance, obviously, and great songs like The Year of the Cat, Father and Son. Patti Smith. Okay, we mentioned Van Halen, and Eddie Van Halen, who unfortunately passed away a couple of weeks ago. We mentioned David Lee Roth, I hope the original singer of Van Halen. I hope you had the chance to watch his video, Gigolo. It kind of summarizes what was going on music-wise and some of the things that were going on at the time. So I hope you had the opportunity to watch it. But in any case, when he left Van Halen, apparently Eddie Van Halen asked Patti Smith to sing for Eddie Van Halen. And well, whatever reason, things just didn't work out, but it would have been interesting to learn what would have happened if she had actually sang with Van Halen. Deep Purple, we didn't mention, excellent music there too. And last week I also welcomed my friend Louis, and he's a real Nirvana fan, and I'm not very sure if he knew or if that one of their best songs, or they have a whole bunch of beautiful music there, but The Man Who Sold the World was actually a cover from David Bowie. David Bowie sang that song in early 80s, I believe it was. And I hope you had the opportunity to watch his video too, Ashes to Ashes. Remember, that is the video that made a change from what videos used to be before that and then what we have afterwards. Okay, the video actually tells a story of what is happening there. So I hope you had the opportunity to watch that. A group that we didn't mention, because I don't have any of their albums and never did, was the Bay City Rollers. Okay, and the reason I'm taking this album out, this is the Beatles actually at the Hollywood Bowl, and it's one of their concerts. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because this album actually came out a long time after the Beatles broke up, and but the Bay City Rollers started coming up, you know, were famous when this album came out. And the reason I compare these two things is because actually George Martin wrote something for this album, and in the comments he actually mentions the Bay City Rollers as comparing the Bay City Rollers to the Beatles, which in my opinion, there's no comparison, but in any case, they did make a few hits there. We mentioned AC/DC, Black Sabbath, and so we didn't mention the satanic part, right? Remember, these are from the time of the Beatles, the White Album, and they mentioned that, you know, if you listen to the album carefully, the song, they do have a message in the background, or if you play the album backwards, you can hear messages and so on. In the case of AC/DC, they mentioned that there was a rumor that they are satanic because the name actually means Antichrist Devil's Child, AC/DC. When the group was asked about the origin of the name, it was just a very simple thing. If you check any electrical equipment, especially from that time, and you look in the back, it says very clearly there, AC/DC. And that means alternating current or direct current. That's all it means. And apparently the group didn't know what name to give themselves, and they just looked at something, oh no, AC/DC, that's what we'll call ourselves. How that led to Antichrist Devil's Child, I have no idea. Black Sabbath, okay, now that's a little different. Especially if you listen, we saw the album, the cover. If you listen to the song Black Sabbath, okay, obviously it talks about the devil and so on. My personal opinion is that all these were gimmicks or marketing strategies, right? Because that prevailed a lot during that time. So, what you believe, it's up to you. But I'm just sharing what the idea was at the time. Okay, anyway, so we'll continue then. And the last time I think we talked about Depeche Mode, the excellent music there. So we'll continue now with, obviously, Emerson, Lake and Palmer, Works 1. This is a double album, okay? On each side, you have each of them playing alone as solo artists, Keith Emerson, Greg Lake, and Carol Palmer. And then in the final side, the fourth side, they play together. My favorite song from them, Keith Emerson, Lake and Palmer, is a Fanfare for the Common Man. Please listen to it, fantastic. Then they had this one, Trilogy. And then you had Elton John, the classics, Benny and the Jets, Your Song, Daniel, Honky Cat, Rocket Man, beautiful music there. And later this one, okay. The English Beat, good group there. And then of course, how could we forget, and we mentioned Fleetwood Mac, right? Excellent musicians there, Christine McVie on the piano, Stevie Nicks, watch the videos, like Rihanna or Dreams, beautiful lady and beautiful voice. A Flock of Seagulls, When I Run. Okay, another excellent guitarist and musician here. Okay, this is, Back to the Bone, you gotta listen to that one. Nobody But Me, excellent ballads, okay, George Thorogood. We mentioned the Go-Go's, okay. I don't know if you've ever heard of him, I don't know what happened. This is one of the last albums that I bought, Graham Parker. His songs, the Up Escalator, Stupefaction and so on. He was rumored, Canadian artist, he was rumored to have been working in a gas station pumping gas, and somebody heard him sing, and then he came up with an album. I came back after that, so I don't know if he became more famous or whatever, but good music. Classics here, the Hollies, okay, beautiful music. Just want to look through any window, look, cool woman in a black dress. Classics. Now, when Robert Plant, when Led Zeppelin separated, Robert Plant sang with the Honey Drippers, okay? Beautiful, only 5 songs here, but excellent songs. Most famous, I think, would be Sea of Love, okay? And then we get to this one here, Iron Maiden, okay? We'll talk about satanic stuff, okay? Again, my opinion is just gimmick and stuff and commercial stuff, but excellent musicians also. Then we get into the Jay Giles Band, Freeze Frame. I think that was the most famous one. I don't know if they did anything else after that, but beautiful lady here too, of course, Janis Joplin. Fantastic musicians, excellent singer, beautiful deep voice there. Jimi Hendrix, of course, both of them part of the 27 group. And then, of course, we have Joan Jett, okay, excellent guitarist and musician there, rock and roll lady. Okay, I think there was a lot, when she first came out, there was a lot of opposition, but hey, she hung in there, really good, congratulations. John Lennon, of course, one of his solo albums. Judas Priest, Breaking the Law, Living After Midnight, Electric Eye, excellent, beautiful music there. John Lennon's first son, Julian Lennon, Valot, good songs there. And then of course we have King Crimson. Okay, I've tried listening to the stuff they have on the internet from them, but they don't have the sound that they have here on the vinyl, right? Listen to King Crimson, Epitaph, beautiful songs there, okay? Then of course we have the Kinks, okay, part of the British invasion here, with their most famous one, Lola, but you have quite a few well-respected men, You Really Got Me, okay, and many of their songs were covered, a couple also by Van Halen with excellent guitar, right? Give the People What They Want, Killer's Eyes, Predictable, Art Lover, beautiful music, okay? Then after the Kinks, we get into, of course, Kiss, okay? And I guess they started becoming less and less famous. These are part of their first albums here. because look at the price of the last album that I bought from them. That's not their last album, but that's the last I bought from them. I would recommend listening to, this is their live album. Okay, this is my favorite. They have other live albums, but this is the first one. Listen to 100,000 Years. The drum solo, it's amazing, and it goes for a very, very long time. When they first played Toronto, unfortunately I couldn't go there, but rumors had it that you know, they had to close like the streets all around, and you could hear the noise up to 10 blocks away. So anyway, I'm sorry I couldn't get to the next one. That's what the glass of water was here for, because Led Zeppelin is next. And if you know about In Through the Outdoor album, you know what I was going to do, a little experiment there. If you don't know, don't worry about it. We'll do it next week. Okay, it has to do with the inside, the protecting cover there of the In Through the Outdoor album. And this is the way we're going to do it now, so it can go a little bit faster, otherwise it'll take us forever. And we've run out of time. And so if you liked the video, please put your thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Next week we'll do the water experiment with Led Zeppelin. Thank you very much for joining me. Have a good week and see you next week.